Hello students. Today we'll be discussing file handling chapter. In this chapter we'll first discuss what is the need for a data file. Data file where data will be stored, and that too permanently. So to store data in organized way, the purpose why we should store the data in a file in organized manner to store data permanently. So today if you use the data, tomorrow you can see the data, or day after tomorrow or forever you can see the data, provided that the file is all the way okay. To access data faster, once it is stored we can access the data in faster way. To search data faster, we can search also. Suppose we have stored the roll number, name, marks, father name, phone number, all these of the students or all the students in your class. Now if I want to search a particular student, so if I give the roll number, enter your roll number and give your roll number and press enter, so your data should appear on the screen. So to search the data faster and to easily modify data later on. So store the data first of all in organized way. Okay, then it stored the data permanently, access data faster, we can search the data, we can modify the data. That means we can change the data in the file. Okay, now what is a file? File is a, okay, the need of a file was to store the data. Now what is a file? File is a sequence of bytes on the disk, permanent storage, any disk or pen drive, hard disk. This is a permanent storage where a group of related data is stored. Related data, if student data is there, so roll number, name, okay, your address, phone number, father's name, your fees, your marks, all these are. If employee data is there, employee number, employee ID, employee name, employees department number, department name, employees designation, all this will be there. If you talk about a I mean data for a hotel, then customer ID, check-in date, customer name, checking date, checkout date, room number, category of the room, price of the room. So these are the data, related data. Okay, so related data is stored. File is created for permanent storage of data. So again, if I read the file, a file is a sequence of bytes on the permanent storage where a group of related data is stored. File is created for a permanent storage of data. Okay, now file handling consists of following three steps. There are three steps when we handle the file. What do you mean by handling the file? Okay, now just now we have come to know that what is file, where we can store the data, is a sequence of bytes. But what is handling? Handling means we have to read the data, we have to open the file, then we have to read the data, we have to read the content of the file, and then we have to close the file. So opening, reading, writing, closing the file. Eh? If you write the data, then only that data later on you can read. So opening the file, writing the file, reading the file, closing the file, these are some file handling steps. That means this is file handling, means reading, writing, closing, opening. So in Python, file handling consists of following three steps: open the file, process file, that is perform read or write operation, okay, and close the file. When we talk about the file, there are two kinds of files are there, or you can say three kinds of files are there. as per your course in latest syllabus. There is text file, binary files, and CSV files. Okay, though CSV file also comes under text file, so mainly text files and binary files, but we'll be handling the CSV files as well, reading writing operation from the CSV file. Now, what is text file? Text file contents can be viewed using a text editor like Notepad or any text editor. It is called a text file. A text file is simply a sequence of ASCII or Unicode characters, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, where it has given code, a particular code for each character, capital A 65, capital B 66, like each character it has given, and then 0 to 9, 0 for 48, 1 for 49, just like that, each are having a value, and up to 7 bits ASCII supports, and next onwards Unicode has come into the effect. So directly the whatever we write, the ASCII value of it is going to be stored, and when we read it through the text editor, we can see the data whatever we have typed. So text matter is visible to us, and it is irrespective of the platform. In any platform, a text file can be opened using any text editor. It is not a problem. Okay, whereas in case of binary file, it stores the data in the same way as it is stored in the memory. The example of binary file like exe files, mp3 file, image file, that means music file, executable file, music file, image file, word document, etc., etc., are the some of the examples of binary files. We cannot read a binary file using a text editor, point to be noted. So broadly we can categorize the file system in text file and binary file, where the text file contains our ASCII value and it is readable using any text editor, and irrespective of the platform you can see the data. But in case of binary file, it has some special format, and binary file, in which software you have written the binary file, or you have created the binary file, using that software only you can open that file and you can read that file. You cannot read that file using other software. As for example, binary files, executable, all the executable file, music file, or image file, and word documents are there. Now suppose there is a mp3 file, so mp3 software for playing the music can only open that file, and whereas image file, for image file also there are softwares, that software only open that file. Okay, so and by the contents are not readable, as I told you, by using the text editor. You can see some characters over there. When you open a binary file forcefully using the text editor, you can see some characters are there, but the thing is that you cannot read them. It's not readable. Those characters are not readable. So that is. Now if I make a I would like to give you one example, like when you do email in the compose box you write the matter, something you write, and suppose you need to associate one file also, attach, which is called attach, insert. There is many platforms are there for doing email. One is having attach, another is having insert. uh, when you include a file to your email by that icon, using that icon, attaching icon, then that file, suppose it is a ms word file, and what content you have written in the this thing, what content you have written in compose box, That is the text material. It is visible in the other side also. Whatever the operating system of that fellow is, it is visible. But what file you have attached in the MS Word, if the other end is not having the MS Word software, then he cannot open it, because MS Word is a doc file, and doc file is a binary file. So that is the example of text file and binary file. The conclusion is that text file you can read using any text editor, whereas binary file you have to use that software only, using which you have created the file. Now, text file and binary file, there is a difference. You can see here, it bits represents character, its bits represent a custom data. Okay, character, ASCII character. Okay, here it is custom data, encoded data, or you do not know it. Less prone to get corrupt, as change reflects as soon as made and can be undone. You can do something, can change the character, so changing characters ASCII value will be coming, and it could be undone also. So character that will not be corrupted, but in case of binary, says it is a encoded data and you cannot read it, so there is a chance of corrupt, I mean easily the file gets easily corrupt on every single bit change. Store only plain text in a file, only plain text is there, the text file, whereas in binary, music can be there, video can be there, so can store different types of data like audio, text, image in a single file. Okay, fine. Now, as like a PowerPoint presentation, where audio can be there, video can be there, your text can be there, just like that. So it's a binary file. Then widely used file format and can be opened in any text editor. In case of text file, in any text editor you can open it. Already I have told you. And it is by at the against I mean in case of binary file, it developed for an application like MS Word, MS Excel, or say PowerPoint or MP3, developed for an application and can be opened in that application only. Our MP3 file can be opened in MP3 software, which is a music player software. It cannot be opened in other software, just like that. Then just a minute. Mostly .txt, RTF, rich text file. These are the extension to text file, and binary file can have any application defined extension. Like application defined extension, like if if it is a MS Word file, so .doc is there. It is a music file. MP3 is there, just like that. Then we will be talking about the basic text file operations, and those operations are opening the file, then close a file. You have to open the file, you have to do the read write operation. Okay, either writing the operation or reading the operation. Then you have to close the file. You can manipulate the data into it. You can append the data into the text file. Append data into text file means putting the, whenever you will be writing it, it will be inserted at the end of the file. But when you are creating the data, it is starting from the beginning. But suppose you are tomorrow again you are opening and few contents are there, so you can add that data at the end of the file. That is called appending data into a text file. So in this class we have my time is permitted up to this only. Then in the next class we will be discussing the text file coding as well. Thank you very much.